200,000 barbarians to celebrate Christmas and 200,000 subscribers here on the channel. We're going to have a bunch of awesome attacks today, guys, so let's dive straight into it. Welcome to a special episode here on the channel. It is Christmas evening, so we're going to be doing a Santa surprise attack, followed up by 200,000 barbarians, or as close as we can. 200 barbarians, because today we hit 200,000 subscribers on the channel. What a Christmas present. Honestly, guys, I cannot thank you enough for the support. It is so humbling that you tune in every single day for my Clash of Clans videos. But if you are new here, be sure to join us, subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on them videos. Now, for the 200 barbarian attack, we're going to be doing a queen charge. I thought that would give us a good opportunity of a high percentage, and I'm going to take a lot of freeze spells as well because I feel we will need them for the splash damage defenses. But what I thought would be really cool is, why don't we do this with every troop that we could take 200 of that troop? So that is also the archers and the goblins, which I'm really looking forward to doing the goblin attack at the end of the video, because the goblins will attack the town hall directly because it's a storage. Now, under the Grand Warden's ability, the Giga Inferno will get wrecked. I'm almost positive of that, guys. Now, for any of you that do celebrate Christmas, I hope that you had a wonderful day. If you do not, have a wonderful holiday either way. But let me know if you got any cool gifts down in the comments. I actually received this. It's from my wife, and it has all of the different images from the Clash of Clans World Championships. There are a lot of them in a collage that we can put up here in the studio. I thought it was really cool. Let me know if you were particularly happy with any of your gifts. Now, in terms of our base and upgrades, we are getting there, guys. We have the Yeti upgrading in the lab. We're pretty much set right now. So for the special bundles, they are awesome. I looked at them, but I just don't feel we need to be buying them right now. I did spend a lot when Town Hall 13 first came out, but if you are going to be purchasing any of these, you can do me a favor. Go into your settings, go to more settings, and right at the bottom, you see the creator boost. You can pop code JUDO in there. I get a small kickback from that, and it really does help to support the channel. If you're not using my code, be sure to use somebody's code out there, guys. But let's get into that first one, the Santa surprise attack. Okay, so this base has 850,000 gold and elixir. I think we have to hit it. Now, this is going to be difficult because I've got to be honest, I'm not a fan of the Santa surprise spells. However, I am looking forward to the 200 troop attacks. What are we going to do here? What are we going to do? I think if we use the queen to charge, well, normally what you do is you want your queen to walk a certain area of the base. So let's just very briefly test if there's a black bomb there. I highly doubt it, but I really don't want to leave it to chance. Let's see where the queen goes. Either way, she's going to be able to walk to air defense. Now, the beautiful thing here is actually, we might not have to use the Santa surprise spells onto the air defense, which is what I was expecting. We might be able to dump them right onto the town hall because they do splash damage, and that might be a good option here. So just keeping an eye on the queen. Come on, get through that royal champion, queen. I do not want to use a rage spell on you just yet. Why don't we use the king? Use the king here. He should go down towards that air defense. We're going to have to rage the queen. Oh, we might have put that in late. Do not use that ability. Oh, it's getting close. She used it. She used it. I really want the air defense at the bottom. Or the queen. That's good. Queen is good, and she's going to get the air defense. Beautiful. King might not get the air defense at the top. Okay. Okay, now where do we go? I think we send... Let's send the slammer in. As soon as the king takes down that top area, why don't we actually send the slammer in? Why don't we send it in? If we were clever here, guys, we could have actually used the Royal Champion earlier, and that would have meant that we would have been able to use the healers onto the Royal Champion. That would have been really, really good. So let's get that Grand Warden in to help here. And I think I want to just dump all of the Santa spell onto the top. Let's see how close we are. Actually, we could use the Royal Champion on this back end, couldn't we, to get the air defenses? I think that's what I'm going to do. Royal Champion here. Let's keep an eye on this. I don't have any rage spells to protect my dragons, and I don't want to activate that Town Hall. It comes in now, so let's use all 5 Santa spells and the Earthquake spell, followed by that Grand Warden's ability. And we've got major damage into the center. Honestly, that wasn't that much. That wasn't that much. But the dragons get through the Town Hall nice and easy. We've got a lot of them coming through. Royal Champion took down the southern air defense. Would be beautiful if we could get the ability to ping through the next one. If I use it now, we might be in with a shot. Yes! We got it! Wow, guys. Grand Warden took a black bomb, but he is protected, and we are going to get this. 34 seconds, but we've got a decent split of the dragons. So we've got 3 down to the bottom. How many others do we have? 6, 7. Did we lose a dragon? Wow. That was over. Just so much in that one. 4 dragons here. 3 here. 1 at the top. Come on, buddy. You can get this. You can get this. 8 seconds, 99%. Oh, it's easy, guys. Perfect 3-star. What do you think? Did the Santa spells help? I guess they got that splash damage in the center, but let's go ahead and use 200 barbarians to attack. Okay, so I came across this base. Alvaro reminds me of my good friend Alvaro, but it has single target infernos. Now that is good for the barbarians, but obviously not good for the queen charge. I think if we charge the queen in from the top of the base here, that should give us a good opportunity in terms of getting through. So let's use a rage spell early, because I want the wall breakers to get right through the walls here and also onto the next layer and be able to get us that little bit further in. So if they make it through, let's spam them wall breakers in. Come on. We really need them to get that wall. Oh, they did. They just about did. We can use the poison onto the Electro Dragon. Now, really what we need to do here is try and snipe off as many wizard towers as possible. So I'm going to use my Royal Champion here. Then we can use the Barbarian King, maybe down the bottom to distract. Let's get the Slammer in to open up some wall compartments there. And then we need to be trying to get these Barbarians in as well. So we can use the Royal Champion's ability. Then we can use the King's ability here. Then let's try and jump. Let's try and jump here. And let's go with the Barbarians. Around the base, we've got to get a freeze onto the single inferno. We've got to keep that freeze going as well. So let's surround these Barbarians. Then let's get a bunch of them into the center here. Let's just get them in as fast as we can alongside the Grand Warden. Wow, they went down quick. See, oh, wow, this is harder than we think. Come on, Barbarians, get yourself in the middle. We've used the Grand Warden's ability. I'm hoping that they get into that Town Hall, but I'm not entirely sure. We need to just freeze it. Freeze that Giga Tesla. Come on, we need them Barbarians to get the Town Hall. They're close to it, guys, but I'm not sure they're gonna get it. Oh, they're gonna go down quick. We don't have the jump spell anymore. We can circulate from this side to try and keep the queen on track. Oh, they got it. Whether it was the balloon, whether it was the Barbarian, it's hard to say, but I think we're going to get a 3-star here with the Barbarians. I've circled them around the base. No way, guys, we have not just done this. So the queen charge is going to get through. I know it's not a maxed out base, guys, but 200 Barbarians have gone and done it. We might have to watch that back, and with plenty of time to spare. Wow, being able to just distract the splash, jump right in, managing to get the Barbarians to get the Town Hall was epic. Single Infernos amazingly didn't get my queen. That automatic ability helped us out massively. Mind blown, guys. Let's see if the archers do any better. Well, they can't do better. They can only get a 3-star, but let's see if they can equal it. We came across a Legend League player. Can we take them down with the archers? I don't know, guys, but notice that we have 3 single target Infernos again. You tend to see this in multiplayer because you can't change your army, and the Queen Charge is an incredibly popular one. So what we're going to do is use a couple of archers in order to try and funnel my Queen straight into the base here. Let's get 1 test wall breaker in, followed by 2 others. Pretty straightforward. Oh my word. I was saying it was pretty straightforward in order to bust my queen in, but we finally get her into the base. Then, when she decides to go in, let's use a rage spell here, and that should be enough to send a wall breaker in order to get this. As long as the Expo remains distracted, which it does, wall breaker does not get through, but my queen has walked, which is not ideal. Let's use... Oh, I actually don't have all of my healers on my queen. Expo locks onto the healers, so let's get the slammer in there. Few other archers around this side to try and get my queen into the base. She is finally going in, and that is thanks to the archers actually on the outside, which is a good thing. What else can we do here? Let's try and just keep the queen going forward. Keep these archers coming through the outside, but I do want to keep some of them for as we move into the base. Why don't we use the Royal Champion down where the balloons are coming out, and we can actually use a rage spell to try and get that single target Inferno would be the hope. Let's freeze all of this to try and help with that, because the sweeper was pushing my loons back. We get the single. Queen is going into the base. I'm actually going to jump my queen into the town hall. Then we should be able to use... Oof. Let's use a rage. Let's use the archers down the bottom here. We might be able to get this, guys. Royal Champion goes down. Where do we use the archers? And where do we use the king? I think we use the king here. Then let's use the archers. I really wanted that top down. Let's freeze that single before it locks onto my queen. Come on, archers. You can get that single target Inferno down, and they will. Queen is still doing well here. Let's send the rest of the archers in with the king and the Grand Warden into this middle compartment. Go on, archers. You can get this done. Look at them all go. Grand Warden... We just got to freeze the splash. We've got to freeze this single as well for my queen, but we've got a lot coming through the base. Let's pop the king's ability. Try and get through to that single. It again locks onto my queen, but we might be able to get it. We're not, guys. I'm going to freeze it again. Let's use the not the Royal Champion's ability, the Grand Warden's ability, because there's a wizard tower getting in range of the archers, but if we can surround the defenses, we might get through. The wizard tower does take down my archers, and it's all a question of time. Let's pop the queen's ability because we are through. Imagine if a Legend League player logs onto the base and sees that he has been 3-starred with 200 archers. It's looking incredibly likely. The queen steps forward. Come on, we've got a couple of archers that are beast down here. Grand Warden helps. 99? We've done it! We have done it! Barbarian 3-star, Archer 3-star, the Dragons and Santa spell. Can we make it an all-rounder? Let's see if the Goblins... I'm really looking forward to the Goblins. Let's see if they can get it done as well. 38 trophies, by the way. That is incredible. Now, this is interesting. This is probably one of the best bases we could find. Single target Infernos, not ideal for our queen, but all of the storages on the inside of the base, exactly what we need for the Goblins, because that provides pathing for them straight into the town hall. Now, this is going to be difficult. I think we charge the queen in from the bottom. Let's get that queen in. A couple of Goblins to funnel. Let's get the healers in here as well. And then we can go with... let's go with 1 test wall breaker here. Is going to get that. Now we can go with 2 others, guys. Now we know the queen will go into the base. Come on. Oh, she's walked. She's walked. No. We're going to have to rage and then use 2 wall breakers now to get her into the base. Get into that base, queen. There, finally she goes in. Okay, now I think let's use the Stone Slammer on the side, followed by the king in order to help him into the base as well. And then we can use the Goblins straight through the center here. That's the idea. Let's use the king. Let's freeze the single, actually. We might as well. Let that Slammer get a little bit more damage, and we can... we need to... Queen's ability, automatic ability. Let's use the rage as well. And then I think we're pretty much ready to go here. I think we're pretty much ready to go. Let's use that jump. Let's get the goblins in. As many of them as we can. Grand Warden, all of the rest of the goblins. Come on, get yourselves to the center of that base. We are just going to spam these goblins in. Get in there. Okay, let's freeze. We don't have a rage, but the Grand Warden's ability will be used here. There we go. Grand Warden's ability. We hit some of the goblins, not them all. Let's use the Royal Champion up the top. This is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Where can we put the rest of these? We can freeze the single, but we probably want to save that for the Queen. We could get some more goblins in here. King's ability goes off. Royal Champion's ability. Wow, this is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Come on, Royal Champion. Get that other single. Let's... Oh, we missed it. We missed it. The Queen. The Queen goes down, unfortunately. And that is going to be the end of the attack. If the Queen gets through that single Inferno, do we get it? Oh, I don't know. I mean, we're close. Queen gets through that single Inferno, and we are close, guys. That was not ideal. I think with the goblins, we're always going to have this difficulty where... I mean, they just can't punch through the base like the barbarians and the archers because they only attack the resources. If our Queen had have got through there, you know, we might have got it. We might have got it. Let me know in the comments if you think we'd have got it. But that is going to wrap it up for this one. If you did enjoy it, be sure to subscribe and join us here. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. And we will see you again here tomorrow. Take care.